That's stop power. Now. Stupid coin. Oh, wrong reboot. Guess since my power morpher and coin no longer work, I'm gonna just have to theorize about what's gonna happen. It's not gonna be more phenomenal. I feel like it's gonna be a great show. Absolutely amazing, fantastic even. One of the best Ranger shows that's gonna come out in ever probably. But I think the movie is gonna do horribly because it's just not got that original Ranger thing anymore. Same happened with the Mighty Morphin reboot film, and I feel like quite a lot of old fans aren't going to care because it's a new universe and there's no stakes compared to what there normally is. And then it's going to underperform. Netflix are going to be like, well, whatever. And then in the series, they're not going to care as much. And then when they don't care as much, Ranger fans will be sad. Some will stop probably. And it'll just be a cycle. But even if it is, we always have Sentai. And as we know, there's going to be animated kids show and live action show for everyone else. But I think that, and everyone says no more Sentai adaptations. It's not going to be no more Sentai adaptations, I don't reckon. They're going to have movies that aren't Sentai adaptations, maybe some shows. But there's still very wanted Sentai adaptations like Tokyuja, Zyuoja. So they're not going to just quit it here. Maybe they'll, after a few seasons, have the cast come together for a few seasons. Kyuranger, save the universe. And I would be down. And they want to make smaller MCU. That's what I feel like. So Hasbro needs to understand Mighty Morphin needs to come back. The original Mighty Morphin. How? Multiverse stories. Have the comics explain that an adult version of Tommy creates a machine to travel to this new universe because the grid has been reacting strangely since morphers became a thing in that universe. So adult Tommy makes something. No, adult Billy, because Billy, I could have said, he wants to come back, but as a proper role, not just a one-off appearance. So have Billy do it, and then have them come back. Well, a few of them. Maybe do Billy, Tommy, and Cat. Because Tommy would be down in canon, and Cat, Tommy's wife, would sort of be obligated. And then you can bring J.J. Oliver with them, because J.J. can't be left in a universe by himself. Because I'm pretty sure he's still a child. And then they take J.J. And with J.J. we have a Ranger leader in a few seasons' time. Or a 6th Ranger. Because, yeah. And then we can have Tommy, Billy, and Cat be the reason for battleizers sometimes, new powers, mentoring, new Rangers. There's so much, and we could bring old cameos back too, with Tommy making some like special Giga Chad morpher where he uses it and it temporarily brings an old Ranger back. Even if their powers were destroyed, it restores them temporarily or gives them a new temporary power that'd be themed on the old one. So let's say Tommy uses it, it would bring back Troy. No one likes Troy. It brings back Dino Thunder Blue. His power's gone. And Tommy's just like, hey, my old friend, I've got his name. So we'll just call him Blue. But he'd have a Triceratops themed suit. But it wouldn't be the original. It would be like if any of you seen them, those concepts for new versions of old suits, it would be like one of them. It would be an upgraded version, more Americanized, I guess. So obviously add a burger or two. And he would help for like 2 episodes maybe, so people could enjoy him. And they'd be like, and then he'd be like, I gotta go back out past Speedy. And always have a reason to take him back. Don't have a character be like, oh, my life was miserable and I had no people there for me. Because then they'd have no reason to go back instead of helping. Or if you do have someone like that, have them still be a superhero, because there are so many Rangers who still have their powers. They wouldn't just go, oh yeah, here are my powers. I have them. I'm not going to use them. I'm just going to let crime happen. No, most Rangers were very morally good people. There was the odd one out, but no, they were good people. So yeah, and I don't want this cast of morally black and white people. I want the cast's like characters to all be in a grey area. So like, they'd kill maybe, they'd kill monsters, they'd kill people to save others, like a character like that, or a few characters like that, and then some of their, oh, we're better people comes because these old rangers. And I don't want these old rangers to just be there for them to learn a lesson. I want it in feelers of emergency situations. I want like, oh no, the Rangers are going to lose. And it's almost definite. Instead of, oh, with magic they won. Or, oh, with the magic of friendship they unlocked a new power. No, Tommy either goes in unmorphed, morphed in a new form. Billy does that. Or they call on an old Ranger to come help, who would get a new power by default, which would look really cool. And they could have huger crossovers afterwards, where it's like every Ranger who's got their new form, so they don't just waste the money, build a suit, and barely show them. They come back and help in some huge crossover. I think fans would love that, because we feel like the characters are there, not just silhouettes like in the big Megaforce battle. And it's original content, not just, oh, they're fighting. And add talking in fight scenes. I know most people don't like it or don't mind it, but it's so boring if they're just silent going, ah, see, ah. When they're talking, like, I don't want it to be over talked. I just want it to be like quick quips or just a slight bit of chatting. Like, so a ranger jumps over the head, pushes a monster into water. This is a bit of a damp fight, I don't know, something like that. Because it keeps it entertaining. Because not everyone's there for the fights. Like me, I don't watch Power Rangers to see the monster of the day. I watch it because the suits look great, and I like the lore behind a load of other stuff. And adapt the comics to an extent. I know Hasbro's either not going to adapt the comics, or they're going to adapt to an extent. No, not to an extent. They're just going to make it a complete adaptation with new suits, because not Sentai. And these new suits would just be, ooh, look at us, we gathered a suit. Wow. You read this, did you? Oh, well, now you're watching it. Wow. Like, I know the MCU does great, but, like, you can't, but they don't do full comic adaptations, and neither can Hasbro if they want to be successful. George, you alright there? I'll take that as a yes. And I don't want them to just go, oh, new world, straight back into the grid stuff. Like, I love how we're getting so much lore for our main universe in the past 2 seasons, but it's like they're overcutting it. They're like, here's 1 slice, here's 2 slices. Oh, you only needed 2 slices? Well, here's 15 slices in 2 minutes. Eat them or else. Just like, you need to sort of get it and spread it across a bigger period of time. Because I know no other company was really doing that much. In the greater lore, they were doing season by season lore. But bring back old lore, make it feel right. And in this new universe, don't just discard everything of the old universe. Have like the Paishwa Academy be mentioned offhand and shown one day eventually. And have these big things that matter so much in the Power Rangers world be there and have them exist. Just don't have them at the forefront like Eltar. Maybe season 2 or 3, they go on a space attack mission and they end up on Eltar, being nursed by the Eltarians or whatever they're called. And like, there's just someone called Zordon. It's those small references that fans are going to appreciate. They don't want it shoved down your throat like, this the original Zordon. This it. Remember him? He was the guy who was sacrificing himself. He helped the original Rangers and the Zeo Rangers and the Alien Rangers. No, we just want, oh, that's Zordon. He's a cadet. And then it makes it feel like, oh, I know Zordon. I'm special. Whereas there'd be those few people who missed it because they don't care. They just care for the new universe because the old one isn't canon in that universe. And I don't want them to stop with the old universe. I want them to either keep Sentai adaptations on a second universe instead of what I recommended they do, and have that be the original timeline, or have the animated show be the original timeline and show people like Tommy Oliver's kid if he didn't go to the new universe, Jason's life. I want to see these characters. I know the actors don't really care to come back, some of them, so have new voice actors. If you go animated, you can do whatever you want. Or, better off, instead of adapting the comics at all in the new universe, have the animated show be animated version of the comics. Bam, bim, boom, bam, wang, wong, shang, blah. Okay, another big thing I don't like is how they'll just introduce a new colour, like, into a ranger team. Not a new colour that, like, oh yeah, I was in this team before. Like, let's say they added Golden Samurai. I'm fine with that because he wasn't the first Gold Ranger. Well, that depends if we're counting. Well, no, it just depends how many far we're counting, really. Because I think there was like 4 Gold Rangers from my memory, including thing outside of afterwards. I might be completely wrong there, but I can remember like 3 or 4. Anyway, so with it, I want, if they had orange, like finally make an Orange Ranger, I want there to be a reason why there wasn't an Orange Ranger before, like morphing grid energy in orange is unstable, or the alternate universe's orange area was broken. The Morphin Masters just added a new person, and because of that, they needed another colour to go with this new person, and it's orange. And make Tommy a morphing master. He is he deserves to be a morphing master more than Zordon did. But Zordon was being considered. Zordon helped a few teams. He didn't mess around with the multiverse and have like a trillion forms to choose between. And why hasn't Tommy had a blue form yet? Why is there no blue Tommy? We've had red, black, green, white, red. Why not just add a blue so he could be his own team, and then have Catherine come back to be yellow once, and then we can have the Oliver family finish in every colour. And I really want, on a continued version of the original Mighty Morphin, there to be the SPD story again, with Blue Ranger's dad was red, different person becomes red. But I want it to be a version where JJ Oliver becomes red and Jason or Rocky, whoever, it doesn't matter, kid wanted to be red and is mad because he thought JJ didn't even deserve to be a ranger because there was only five. There'd only be 5 to start, or 3, and I think that'd be a really good story. And I'm hoping that they're just gonna manage to bring the old universe in a coherent way that doesn't just feel like plot convenience. Plot convenience. Because eventually they're gonna have to bring this old universe back. People love it. Like, likelihood is, in your top 3 seasons, they're all in, or most of them are in the main universe. Because the ones that aren't in main universe are technically some of MMPR. Technically it wouldn't be in the main universe because, and I'll make a whole video explaining that, but if we're not counting MMPR, the alternate universes are as followed: RPM, Dino Charge, and I think that's it. I think those are all the alternate universes in the main. Oh no, there's also Wild West. Wait, no, is that not? I think it was only 2. So in your top 3, there is definitely a main universe story. Probably 2. Almost, very likely 3. So everyone wants their old favourites to come back. Like, think what your favourite is right now. Let's say your favourite is Jungle Fury. You would want Jungle Fury to have some sort of "we're back," even if it was a short, brief bit in the new universe, or in just the new season. Like, for Jungle Fury favouritists, if right now in Dino Thunder, actually no, right now, next episode that came out, the Dino Fury Rangers were at the Paishwa Academy to see if they could turn their dinosaurs into animal spirits or something. You would probably freak. You would probably be so happy. Yay, Paishwa Academy back. Yay, Red Ranger back. Yay this, yay that. And so would I. I want a Green Jungle Fury Ranger. A proper one. And I guess saying that, that'll be all for the video. And I'll probably make a Mighty Morphin skit sometime soon. And hopefully my Morpher reconnects to the grid. Have a more phenomenal day. Don't forget to like or subscribe. Bye.